Hey yo, it's King Fight News. Let's talk about some of the biggest hype jobs in boxing today. Let's talk about it. It's King Fight News. And we'll talk about who the biggest one is in the past 5 years. Alright. Let's talk about hype. Let's talk about guys in the sport of boxing who get way too much credit than what they really deserve. Three guys right now that are just getting all the praise, but they ain't backing it up in the ring. We all know Golovkin. He didn't fight nobody until he got in the ring with Daniel Jacobs for the first time. He didn't fight nobody. And then he finally fought Canelo. And on a night where it looked like he was heading towards the promised land, he let Canelo win the championship rounds, and he blew his shot to take that title away from Canelo. He caught a draw. That's what happened. So it is what it is. Golovkin fought a string of bums, man. He avoided certain styles of fighter. He avoided Erislandy Lara. He avoided Andre Ward. He said he'd be willing to fight all these guys anywhere from 154 to 175. And he stuck his ass at 160, and he brought up junior middleweights like Gabe Rosado. He brought up junior middleweights like fucking Japanese cat, Ashita, I think. Ashita he brought up. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. And you know what? Triple G's a fucking hype job, man. This dude's still fighting bums. Dude's still fighting bums. Who's he fighting next? Fighting the junior middleweight champion again? Again? Man, get this dude the fuck out of here, man. He might get upset by Jaime Munguia, but Jaime Munguia is kind of tailor-made for Triple G at the same time. And at the same time, he might get upset. You know? Next up. Let's go next up. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, the hype job of what was legitimately known as the lineal champion. This dude's shitting all over the lineal title. Fighting fucking nobodies. Fighting Schwartzes and fucking... You know, Wilder was his best fight. And it looks like he's going back into that direction. But we all know what happened, man. What happened in that 12th round separated Fury from his consciousness long enough to make him think twice about getting in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Enough so that his whole team didn't want to go back into that situation. So they signed a big deal with ESPN. Fortunately for them, you know, their management team was able to secure him, you know, that kind of a deal. ESPN wanted to get a signature heavyweight name. So now they're pumping up Tyson Fury. But the difference between Tyson Fury and Gennady Golovkin is Tyson Fury beat some of the best of the old era. You know, I can't say it's like Gennady Golovkin. He never fought a Bernard Hopkins. He never fought Sergio Martinez in his prime. And some might blame that on Sergio, but where was Triple G during that time? Was he calling him out? I remember him fighting fucking Grigors Proska. Martinez was established. Triple G, he had no problem fighting the next bum here and there. He had no problem fighting Gabe Rosados to fucking who was after that? He fought Ishida, I think. He fought fucking... He was was fighting all these guys. He was fighting every couple months. But was he really being ducked by Sergio? Where the fuck was this? Where the fuck was Triple G when Jermaine Taylor was around? Where the fuck was he? This dude didn't hide in somewhere, man. This dude, where the fuck was he when Kelly Pavlik was around? This dude didn't hide in somewhere, man. Man, Triple G was like a myth at the time, man. People didn't even know he existed. Shit. Like for real, the people didn't know he existed. Now he's the all-time great middleweight. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here with that. Who'd he beat? Give me 5 guys Triple G beat that's in the Hall of Fame. Give me 5 guys Triple G beat that you know, went on to do great things in the ring. They're all fucking, you know, they're all fucking semi-retired. Matthew Macklin is doing commentary for Sky Sports. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what? You know what? This is completely 100. Let's get into AJ. Oh, and shout out to my brother Worldbreaker, man. Killing him with these beats and other words. But let's talk about AJ for a minute. Let's talk about AJ for a minute. Is Anthony Joshua gonna get this smoke? He beat Vladimir Klitschko, right? He beat old man Klitschko, who hasn't gotten in the ring since. And he was propelled to #1 in the heavyweight division. And you know what? We all gave it to him. I ain't gonna. Technically, Tyson Fury was out of the picture. Klitschko was default #1 again. AJ had the IBF. And the WBA put their belt on the line. They gifted the belt. They put it on the line for this one. Even though, you know, they just said, fuck our mandatory. You know? Just fuck Luis Ortiz for a minute. The belt's on the line. And that's what the truth is, that's what Klitschko wanted to even fight AJ. He wanted the WBA title to be on the line. So Eddie Hearn made it happen for them. And Shelly Finkel's in the background making this fight happen, by the way. So, goes down. At the time, if you saw it live, this was a heavyweight classic. This was the best heavyweight fight you've seen since a very long time. So because of that, AJ his stock just shot through the fucking roof, man. And then the hype began. But then you saw him against pretty much the bottom end of the top 15 heavyweights in the world. You saw him fight Takams, had a tough fight, you know. You saw him fight Joseph Parker, had a way tougher fight. And maybe Joseph Parker was underrated at the time. I actually thought it would be a tough fight for AJ. I thought it would go the distance. Everyone thought, oh, AJ's gonna smoke Parker. No, it went the distance. They had this funny style referee though that ruined the fucking fight. Coincidence, we never seen him again. Just showed up in the UK and dipped out. He's an Italian dude. Anyways, AJ goes on to fight. Who did he fight? He fought Takam. Fought fucking. He fought Parker. Who did he fight after this shit, man? He had the WBO. At this point in time, AJ had 3 belts. And Wilder was still calling him out at the time. Wilder was calling his ass out. And who did he fight? He took like 6 months off and then he said, okay, I'm gonna fight my mandatory. Another mandatory. And he fought Alexander Povetkin. Old man Povetkin. Right? Old man Povetkin. And when's the last time you seen Povetkin, by the way? This dude fucking just disappeared once again. These guys just show up to fight and then they disappear, man. So he fought Povetkin. Was a good victory. Was a good victory. You know, he showed he could jab a little bit in that fight. But he really should have been fighting. You know, I don't want to say should have been fighting Wilder. There was a lot of pressure on him to fight Wilder throughout 2018. And the pressure built and built and built into 2019, where Anthony Joshua couldn't walk around without being asked about Deontay Wilder. And it was the same vice versa, right? And now Anthony Joshua just got exposed by Andy Ruiz. When I say exposed, I mean, you know, he was really hyped up to be a big favorite. He was hyped up to potentially knock Andy Ruiz out early, and none of that came to fruition. Right? I'm sure a lot of the UK fans thought, oh my God, why am I going to buy this pay-per-view? AJ's just going to knock him out. Let me just see the highlights in the morning. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, when it came down to it, when it came right down to it, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. All three are getting hyped. The Anthony Joshua bubble just popped, and Triple G might undergo the same fate. And based on their records and resumes, you know, AJ's still a young kid, man. He's still in his 20s. He got the fast track to the title, right? They threw him in there with Charles Martin pretty early. And maybe Eddie Hearn thought Charles Martin could win that fight. Or sorry, maybe Al Heyman, I should say. Maybe Al Heyman thought Charles Martin could win that fight. But anyways, y'all know what it is, man. It's King fighting you. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash the like button. And personally, out of all these hype jobs, I honestly think Gennady Golovkin is the biggest hype job we've ever seen. I honestly think he's the biggest hype job we've ever fucking seen in the sport of boxing. I don't know. I've never seen a guy with this kind of a skill set, which is, I'm not going to call him one-dimensional because he's a very underrated pressure fighter, but he's not what they say he is, man. He's not no all-time great middleweight. James Toney would have smoked him. Marvin Hagler would have smoked him. Fucking Tommy Hearns would have had him stretched. You know? I think Floyd Mayweather could have given him a run for his money. I think Sugar Ray Leonard would have outboxed this guy on some easy work. I think Bernard Hopkins would have made easy work of Gennady Golovkin. And you tell me if I'm wrong. But it's King fighting you. Smash the like button, man. Gennady Golovkin's the biggest hype job. So it is what it is. Peace out, man.